Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission to order. City Clerk, would you please conduct roll call?
Indeed. Commissioner Parks.
Present.
Commissioner Barraza.
Present.
Commissioner Singh.
Present.
Commissioner Cummings. Commissioner Cummings, I think you're on mute.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that question. I was grabbing something.
Oh, certainly. We're doing roll call. Sounds like you're present.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Commissioner Miller, absent at the moment. Commissioner Apuda.
Present.
Commissioner Vang, absent at the moment. Vice Chair Dolan
I am here.
and Chair McCoy.
Present.
All right, we have a quorum.
Thank you. We will now begin the Pledge of Allegiance. Will everyone please stand? Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will start with the approval of the agenda. City Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
I have received no changes to the agenda.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda. This is Commissioner Cummings.
Thank you,
I will.
Commissioner Cummings. Is there a second?
I will second. Commissioner
Thank you.
Dolan?
Thank you, Vice Chair Dolan. City Clerk, can you please conduct a roll call vote?
Certainly. Motion to approve the agenda by Commissioner Cummings, second by Vice Chair Dolan. Commissioner Parks.
Yes.
Commissioner Barraza.
Yes.
Commissioner Singh.
Yes.
Commissioner Cummings. Might be on mute again. Commissioner Cummings, approval of the agenda?
She's saying yes, but she's on mute.
Yes,
There we go. Thank you
I
very
gotta
much.
master this.
And Commissioner Miller, still absent. Commissioner Apuda.
Yes.
Commissioner Vang, still absent. Vice Chair Dolan
Yes.
and Chair McCoy.
Yes.
Passes 7-0.
Thank you. We will now move on to the approval of the minutes. Are there any changes to the minutes from October 17th, 2022?
We have received no changes to the approval of the minutes.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll move to
I
approve the
move-
minutes, Commissioner Parks.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Commissioner Parks. You second, Commissioner Barraza?
Yes, please. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. City Clerk, can you please conduct a roll call vote?
Motion to approve the minutes by Commissioner Parks, second by Commissioner Barraza. Commissioner Parks.
Yes.
Commissioner Barraza.
Yes.
Commissioner Singh.
Yes.
Commissioner Cummings.
Yes,
Commissioner Miller, I think still absent. Commissioner Apuda.
Yes.
Commissioner Vang, I think it's absent. Vice Chair Dolan
Yes.
and Chair McCoy.
Yes.
7-0, that passes.
Thank you. We will now move on to subcommittee reports. This item is a discussion item for the commission and no public comments will be taken related to this item. Does the Cultural Arts Plan Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to this commission?
Thank you, Chair McCoy. I think I'm the only one present, so I'll go ahead and take this on. So a quick update from our committee. The community meetings related to the Cultural Arts Plan are wrapping up this week, and the last virtual meeting is actually going to be tomorrow night at 6 p.m., and that will be via Zoom. And the Zoom link and additional meeting information is available on the city's website at fresno.gov/cultural arts plan. And then the youth-oriented meeting will be held on Wednesday, this Wednesday, at the Ted C. Wills Community Center at 4:30 p.m. And I would very much love to encourage any members of the public present here in the chamber and online to join that community meeting tomorrow night. And for my fellow commissioners, if you haven't joined one of the community meetings yet, it's a really great experience, and so I would encourage you to participate as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Parks. Does the Parks Master Plan Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to this commission?
Yes, Madam Chair, I'd like to, along with my colleagues, Vice Chair John Dolan and Commissioner Mona Cummings, I want to thank staff for a wonderful meeting we had, a very good start, a lot of discussion about the components of a master plan, the start of the process, and I know we're going to have more meetings, and ultimately that information will be coming back to the commission and to the public. So we're excited that that master plan, the update, the work that is necessary has started. And I thank Deputy Director Ali Ramirez for her wonderful work. It looks like they've been doing a lot of work on that particular project. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Barraza. Does the Outreach Subcommittee have an update it would like to provide to this commission? At this time, Commissioner Puda, you have your hand up?
Yes, not really for that. I wondered if I could ask the Cultural Arts Committee a question.
I will go right back to that. Let me let the commission and the public know that the Outreach Subcommittee has no update at the time. And then I give the floor back to you,
Thank
Commissioner
you.
Puda.
Thank you. I was just wondering, I know that not more than 3 of us can be present at a meeting. Wondering, is there still space? I wasn't able to sign up. Is there still space to attend tomorrow's meeting on Zoom?
So Commissioner Puda, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So on the virtual community outreach meetings, we talked to the legal team as long as you are not a panelist, there was not a violation of the Brown Act. You can definitely come on as an attendee and participate that way. So there's room for any other commissioners who may have missed the other meetings as well.
Excellent. And I also wanted that committee to know my husband attended one of those meetings and really appreciated the opportunity to give input.
Thank you. We will now move on to member reports and comments. As a reminder, this is a time for commission members to report anything they feel important for the public or commission to know, but it's not a time for discussion. Commissioner Barraza, do you have any reports or comments?
Yes, I wanted to point out that this month, I was able to attend one of the many outreach community meetings held by staff. This one was held at Roseville High School, and that's pertaining to the development of the arts, cultural arts plan. And I really enjoyed it, listening to the public, and I also enjoyed the simplicity of the process. It was very easy for members of the public to express their preference, their ideas, and it was quite an enjoyable evening. And I think staff did a wonderful job in giving this opportunity to residents to express their preference in this particular area. I also wanted to mention something of community interest. Our organization, the organization that I'm involved in the community, the Southeast Fresno Community Economic Development Association, is having its 9th annual awards luncheon. We're recognizing the contributions of many community leaders to Southeast Fresno to improving quality of life. And we're very excited about the event that will incur also participation of very important, prominent officials of our city and other organizations, many educational institutions. And I'd like to extend an invitation to all members of the commission to participate in this very important event, November 16th, 11:30 at the Fresno Fairgrounds. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Barraza. Commissioner Cummings, do you have any reports or comments?
I'd like to make note of the fact that based on my organization, I participated in some stakeholder meetings for a variety of parks with WRT, and specifically the Frank H. Ball, Dickey Playground, and Romaine Park, and they did one for Holmes Park as well. And I just wanted to say that I really, really appreciated them. You know, we had obviously representation from parks on there, and then we had community leaders participating in that call. And it was just, I found an opportunity for us to have a conversation about the neighborhood park and about the potential changes that could take place there to upgrade those parks and improve, including obviously the landscaping and irrigation, et cetera. And I'll give you an example. There were some trees that were planted at Dickey Playground in the spring. And I think it was 6 of them, wasn't it, Aaron? 6 or 8 trees. And they were all destroyed, but the circumstances were kind of unknown to us. And during the course of that call, we learned what happened and why it happened. And we were able to replace those trees within like a week or two, based on the communication that we had with the community leaders and the being reassured that the community wanted to have those trees there. So I just wanted to give a positive feedback on those stakeholder meetings. I really wish they could happen for all the parks and not just the 4 parks. And I'll be interested to see how it goes forward. But it's just another opportunity to show how far communication goes if we open the right channels. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Cummings. Dr. Apuda, do you have any reports or comments you'd like for this commission to know?
Not at this time, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Vane, do you have any reports or comments you'd like for this commission to know?
Not at this time, thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chair Dolan, do you have any reports or comments?
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Thank you. Inside the chamber, Commissioner Parks, do you have any reports or comments?
Thank you, Chair McCoy. I wanted to use this as an opportunity to acknowledge the park staff, particularly Jennifer Solis, who's been working so hard along with Aldi and with Director Aguirre to complete the work of the cultural arts plan. And I know they put in a lot of hours and a lot of time and energy into the community meetings. And my sense is that we are getting incredible feedback and participation from the community. And I feel very encouraged about what we're going to end up with as far as the cultural arts plan. So thank you to city staff and to everyone in the community that's participated in this process so far.
Thank you, Commissioner Parks. Commissioner Singh, do you have any reports or comments you'd like this commission to know?
Yes, thank you, Chair McCoy. I work with an organization called the Jakarta Movement for those of the community that are listening. We are having a community fair on November 12th and a 5K walk. The 5K walk will begin, sorry, let me start over. We'll be having a community fair and 5K walk at Jaswant Kalra Park. Location is important, sorry about that. That'll start at 7 a.m. The 5K walk will start at 7 a.m. and that'll go until 9. And then from 9 to 2, we'll have resource fair, we'll have free food, games, music, entertainment. Just want to give a huge shout out to the Parks Department, of course, and to Councilmember Arias' staff for helping put this together. But we just wanted to extend the invite to all the community to definitely come out and have some fun. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no reports at this time, but I do want to remind everyone, if you haven't voted, to go out and vote. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Use your voice while you can. Your voice is very important. We will now move on to City Administration and Park staff reports and comments. Does anyone from the administration have any reports or comments for the commission?
None this evening, thank you.
Thank you, TJ. Does anyone from the park staff have any reports or comments for the commission?
Chair McCoy, Aaron Aguirre, just wanted to thank the commissioners who attended the cultural arts meetings. Great to see the attendees there, the community, and the involvement, and hearing from each and everybody that attended. So Thank you for all of you who used your voice to get the attendance numbers up. We appreciate that and are looking forward to a great plan once we're said and done. So thank you for that.
Thank you. We will now move on to unscheduled communication. Will any member of the public like to speak on any issue within the jurisdiction of this commission? You will have up to 3 minutes. As a reminder, no comments will be taken following the scheduled. We don't have any scheduled workshop, sorry. So you will have up to 3 minutes to make your comments. City Clerk, do we have anyone online or in the chambers?
Yes, we'll start off with the hands on Zoom. And first up, we have Scott Miller. Mr. Miller, you can unmute yourself and you have 3 minutes to address the commission.
Hi, I'm sorry. I am on the commission and I was just unable to log in through the other portal.
I will promote you right now, sir. I thought that name looked familiar.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, so one down. I don't think Sylvester Hall is a member of the commission. Sylvester, you have 3 minutes. You can unmute yourself and address the commission with unscheduled communications.
Good evening, commissioners. I want to thank you for your dedication in your work. I want to thank Director Aaron Aguirre for being on the call tonight as well. For those who don't know me, I'm Sylvester Hall. I am the visionary of the West Creek Village Development Project in South Fresno, which incorporates the Southwest Pacific plans West Fresno College campus. Also incorporates 11.7 acres that's going to be used to develop the 10-acre community park and the 2 nonprofit centers, the Art Museum and the Connective Impact and Resilience Center, south and north ends of the park. We've been working on this process for 10 years. Well before Measure P was developed, the commission developed a rigorous process that one has to go through in order to get their voices heard. I'm thankful to hear that you guys have had great community participation on some of the outreach latest effort to form the plans for the cultural arts and also our parks, our master parks plan. However, the West Creek Village Development Community Park in Southwest Fresno is under a development agreement with the City of Fresno. And also, the City of Fresno is under agreement with the Growth Council on the TCC of the park. We're going to be meeting with Director Aguero over the next couple of weeks, asking him to bring to the commission a request for funding for the second phases of our Southwest Fresno MLK West Creek Village Community. We already have funding for the first phase, but the city is required to seek additional funding for the future phases. Currently, they only have funding available to put in a restroom and trees. Most of those trees are going to be put in thankful to Commissioner Cummings and her organization who stepped up. But we need your help in making a recommendation when we ask Director Guerra to come back to you to fund the second phase of the West Creek Village Development Community Park. Also, as the master developers, we've taken upon ourselves to donate land to develop a museum and a Connective Impact Center. And we're going to be raising and investing over $25 million for those buildings. And we would like to get your help and recommendations on those. We don't want to vote from you tonight, but we want to start the process by starting to get you guys information. If you can please get us your email addresses. There's so much vast information we can get to all the commissioners.
Thank you,
You guys
Sylvester.
can have more information regarding our.
Thank you. We're at our 3 minutes. Thank you very much. And there are no additional hands on Zoom. And is there anyone in the chamber who would like to speak on unscheduled communication? We have one hand in the chamber. This will be Hersey Stovall. You have 3 minutes to address the commission.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hersey Stovall. I have not done this before, so I don't know the protocol to doing this motion here, but I am seeking funding for my Dream Again project, which directly affect our young youth. And I do strongly believe that if we can get our kids to dream again, we'll be on the right path of occupying their mind and then doing things that stimulate their brains that can get them going in the right direction. And with my Dream Again program, we put together a team of teachers. I team up with CMAC as well, and we teach them how to film, edit. We teach music production. We teach how to write. We teach instruments. I have a long career in music and myself, and so I would love to see some of the young people have the same opportunity that was afforded to me to be able to use my gift. And with having all of these things available for the kids, I do have documentation that it has been something that has been a very good thing for them, that they are able to be positive. They're able to, I find it very interesting that if you can listen, you can give time to some of the young people, then they will give time back to you as well. I had the pleasure of servicing over 80 kids already through the Dream Again project. I'm just at a place now to where I need some assistance to be able to carry it to another level. And so I'm asking the city parks to join in with me in providing the help that's necessary to get our kids dreaming again. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. And with that, any other hands in the chamber? Looks like there are no other hands in the chamber. We do have one additional hand on Zoom. Michael Lynn Lewis, you may unmute yourself, and you have 3 minutes to address the commission.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Lewis, and I've been hearing about the workshops and the town hall meetings that have been going on. And it seems to me, I'm glad for the turnout for you, but for some reason I've been missing them. So I'm wondering, where do you make the notifications for these meetings? Because I would love to attend. I just haven't received any type of notification about them. So I just would like to know if there's a way. I know sometimes some of the meetings are put on the Nextdoor app or they're sent out through email, and I'm on all of that, but I've just missed them all. And I would love to come and see how things are going and maybe even have my input heard. So that's what I just like to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I see no further hands on Zoom and no additional hands in the chamber.
Thank you, City Clerk. We will now move on to hearings. Hearing to receive, excuse me, let me back up. ID number 22-1725, hearing to receive public input on allocations related to Measure P, updates to the Parks Master Plan and Cultural Arts Plan, and annual Parks Department budget and capital improvement plans. Would any member of the public like to make a comment regarding this item? You will have up to 3 minutes for comments.
And we do have hands on Zoom. First is Sylvester Hall. Sylvester, you can unmute yourself, and you have 3 minutes to address the commission on the hearing to receive public input on allocations.
Yes, thank the commission once again. You know, it's almost unfathomable when you're dealing with a $520 million project. I'd express something to you guys in 3 minutes, right? So we just once again want to start the communications process. I would like Commissioner Parks, if she could, to make sure we get information so we can get information to her information, so we get information to her on our arts, you know, and such. But with regards to the Measure P budgets and various allocations and what have you, we just want you guys to put us on the horizons for recommendations. You know, Southwest Fresno has been long overlooked, largely a Hispanic community, over 60%, followed up by Central African American community. We're investing $520 million, and we need to have our park be a world-class park to complement the other amenities that we have. We have 136 quality single-family homes being built, building over 309 single-family low-income affordable housing condominiums. We have Washington Union Elementary School right next to us. We have H. Center College Communities campus on 40 acres next to us. We brought that there. We have under a contract. We're building our neighborhood center across from Gaston's. We have a regional shopping center under design as well. We need your help, Commission, to make sure that this park, takes care of the 73,000 Fresno Unified School District students and families, along with the Washington Union School District families. Just want to introduce it to you. We need a way to get information to you. Director Guerra will be getting back to you guys here before your next final meeting. So thank you once again, and God bless each and every one in dedication.
Thank you very much. And next on Zoom, we have Michael Lynn Lewis. You may unmute yourself, and you have 3 minutes to address the commission.
Hi again. I'm not sure what this plan would be. I know back, I think last winter or so, that I did pitch a public arts display that I think would net or really increase revenue for the city of Fresno by a substantial amount. And I'm not sure now, where should I take that pitch again? Or is this a proper time to put that in, or what's the next step? So that's what I'd like to find out. I really believe that this public arts display will put Fresno on the map for increased tourist dollars, as well as other revenues for not only the city of Fresno, but for some of our art community, and as well as vendors who would sell food products as well. So that's all I just wanted to say. I just wanted to get some direction as to where to go next. Thank you.
Ms. Lewis, this will be the time for you to make your pitch. You will have up to 3 minutes to be able to talk about your project, asking for funding from Measure P. Or you can do it on our 21st meeting under the same ID number, under the same item.
Okay, I think I'd rather wait for the 21st to do that, because I'm not prepared right now. I mean, I am, but again, I don't think, I need to get it concise down for 3 minutes. So the 21st, I would love to come back and make the pitch again. Thank you.
Thank you, very understandable. City Clerk, do we have any other hands raised on Zoom or in the chambers?
No other hands on Zoom. Is there anyone in the chambers who would like to address the commission? There's no hands in the chamber.
All right, do any member of the commission have any questions or comments regarding this item? I can't see inside the chamber. Commissioners inside the chamber, do you have any questions or comments regarding this item?
Thank you, Chair McCoy. I have a quick process question, just in thinking about preparing for our next meeting when we might make additional motions. And I think this question is directed at Director Aguirre. It was either the last meeting or the one previous. We received a presentation on the various park projects and activities that might be included in the budget, in the fiscal year 23-24 budget. Is the intention that on your end that this commission would make a recommendation related to what's included in that presentation?
So Commissioner Parks, those were examples of motions you could make, and just showing you some of the projects that were approved last year through the budgeting process, kind of where they sit, and just giving you some ideas of maybe some recommendations you all could make to council. It was more of like a menu, if you want to call it that.
And a quick follow-up question. So from that list of things, because it makes sense to make recommendations to keep projects moving forward, does your team have like prioritization in place for those? And if so, is that something that we could see at the next meeting?
They're not necessarily prioritization. We've broken those projects down with just the volume of projects into kind of quarters as we're moving along. We can definitely share what that looks like. But again, it's not a priority. It's just more of how we've broken these projects down to get into the design phase, the planning stages, construction phase, and so forth. So we can definitely share what those first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter sections look like.
Do you think that's feasible to put together by the next meeting?
Yes, we have them. We have probably 95% of that built. So just going back in and just kind of updating that. But yeah, we should be able to share that list of projects with kind of the quarters and how we anticipate those moving forward.
That would be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. And those are all my questions.
Thank you. Commissioner Barraza, I see your hand up. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a technical question. The way I understand the process, the cultural arts master plan has to be in place, has to be completed before allocations for the arts can be implemented. So could you describe the sequence of events as to when is the plan approved and when will we be making the final recommendations on allocation of funds under that category?
So Commissioner Barraza, I think the schedule that was shared at the cultural arts community meetings, and I can confirm this, but showed an April, May adoption. So you all would see that sometime in April, and then ultimately that recommendation would then go to council sometime in May.
So the plan will be in place prior to making any recommendations. Is that correct, Mr. Aguirre?
It'll be in place before your second round of recommendations, not your first round of recommendations, which are due on the 21st of November.
And I just wanted to make an observation in fairness to the members of the public that it's also important to keep an eye on those plans, the cultural arts master plan and the parks master plan, because being part of that plan, I would think kind of gives them even more credibility or gives more attention to them. And in addition to coming to us, also keep an eye on those plans, because there will be an opportunity to review the cultural arts master plan before it's done. The public will have a chance, and I think the public should know, hey, you can actually have input when that draft document is put together. So I just wanted to, I've been on the side of the public, and I think things sometimes get a little bit complicated, and it's nice to just make it simple for the public.
And Commissioner Barraza, just to kind of tag on to that, we will have a review period for the community as well. So there's, if you remember in that schedule, it showed a review period for the community as well. So it won't just be dropped in your lap. The community will have the ability to look at that as well.
Thank you, Mr. Aguirre.
You're welcome.
I have a question. I am very interested in having some information about the West Creek Community Park being built in Southwest Fresno. City Clerk, can you advise how do we get that information to myself and the rest of the commissioners?
I'm sorry.
Or
can you
city,
can you repeat
or
the
city
question?
attorney on there? Excuse me?
Can you repeat the question?
I am very interested in hearing more about the West Creek Community Park being built in West Fresno. And I was wondering how can this commission and myself get information on that? How, or can you reach out to Mr. Hall yourself, or do we have to reach out to Mr. Hall? Because I don't believe some of us have his information.
So because he joined through Zoom, the clerk's office does not have his contact information. He didn't fill out a yellow card with that kind of information. So unless somebody else has it, the clerk's office does not.
So would it be advised for him to send it to the city clerk's office so the city clerk can get it to the commission?
Yes, I'd be happy to be an intermediary there. Oh, Mr. Hall is still online. So
Chair McCoy, I have Mr. Hall's contact information. I can share that with the city clerk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And another question too for you, Aaron. once the Parks Master Plan is up for public review, will there be any community meetings to walk the public through the update of the Parks Master Plan? Or will it just be a review comment period?
Chair McCoy, I was referring to the cultural arts plan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Correct.
I thought Commissioner Barraza said Parks Master Plan. My bad. It's still Monday.
The time change, right?
Yes, the time changed. Commissioner Cummings, I see that you have your hand up.
Thank you. This question is likely to be directed at Director Aguirre, and it's regarding one of our high needs parks, Roding Park. And I can't remember where we left off with the sort of the planning, the strategic planning for the removal and maintenance and care of the very, very large trees in Roding Park that are many of them are actually dead and could be creating a hazard. So I'm just hoping that that there may be something that we can look at, that everyone can look at within the city to see if there could be a future plan for addressing those problems.
And Chair Cummings, we have started removing some of the safety hazards we've seen out there with the West Coast Arborist inventory that was done a couple of years ago. So if you notice in the entrance off of Belmont, some trees that were deteriorating have been removed with a plan to go back in and replace. So everything we've been removing through tree trimming and I've identified will get replanted. But long-term, we are still kind of building that strategy with Public Works on what that looks like in the urban forest management. I know they're working through that plan. So that's what we're doing temporarily until we can get that plan completely adopted.
Okay, I'm glad to hear there's a plan. Thank you.
Dr. Apuda, you have your hand up. You have the floor.
Thank you. Just a quick comment also in terms of West Creek Village and Mr. Hall. He had requested our email addresses just to let him know that he could send the information to the city and they will get information to us versus us giving him our email, our contact information.
Thank you, Dr. Apuda. Do any other commissioners have any questions or comments regarding this item? All right. Are there any commissioners that would like to make a budget recommendation motion tonight? Keep in mind that our next meeting on November 21st, we will have to make budget recommendations. That will be the last day for us to have our recommendations ready and sent to council. Commissioner Vang, I see your hand up.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
Can I make a motion for all our seniors families to, like, during national holidays in the city, that they go to the park for free?
Yes, you can make that motion. Are you making that motion?
I would like to make that motion.
Sorry, if someone spoke, I couldn't hear them.
And do we have data about, like, how, like, do we have a data of, like, who enters into our park being senior and not senior by chance?
So Commissioner Vang, the data that we would have that pertains to age would be on annual passes. We don't have it for everyday use. And just real quick point of clarification for the motion. When you say entrance in the parks are free to enter. I'm assuming you're talking about parking, correct?
Yeah, parking, yes, parking fees. It's like $5 and then it's $7 on certain days, but I think for seniors, $5. I recently went to Woodwood Park and I noticed there's a lot of, just family enjoying the park, but there's not a lot of updates in the park, at Woodwood Park. There's a lot of holes by the picnic tables, and it's, I'm really worried about the senior people, the senior citizens too, and just, And then I just thought, like, wouldn't it be great if we're having so much leisure time and I see a group of them walking at the park, and if we're trying to build healthy environment for our families and our communities, I just thought it would be great during this holidays, just provide them, giving them back to them because they are our elders and they're full of wisdom, and just to create a space for healthy environment. So I would like to make that motion.
And Commissioner Vang, just to clarify, for seniors in our regional parks, it's $3. They don't pay the $5, so they do have a reduced rate.
Even though they pay $3, I would like to give back to them. So I think we should waive it. It's only $3 during our, the holidays. I'm not sure how much money we make from them, but I would like to make a motion, and I hope my peers will probably support me on this.
We have a motion by Commissioner Vang. Do we have a second? I will second it for you, Commissioner Vang. City Clerk, can you conduct a roll call vote, please?
Certainly. This is the motion for the seniors in the regional parks by Commissioner Vang, second by Chair McCoy. Commissioner Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Barraza,
Is there a way we could have more information as to the cost impact of that action?
Commissioner Braza, let me look on our end to see what data we have, and we can, let me ask City Attorney's Office, is that something, Angela, we can email out?
I mean, that would be my concern, that I'd like to know more about the cost implications of actions we take, and on that particular area, I would abstain until I had better information.
Yeah, we can look into that and see what we can release, and we'll get back to the commission with that information.
All right, so the motion was Commissioner Vang's motion on seniors in regional parks, second by Chair McCoy. Commissioner Parks was yes. Commissioner Barraza is an abstain. Commissioner Singh.
I will vote yes.
Commissioner Cummings.
I'll abstain until there's more information. Thank you.
Commissioner Miller.
I would also think that we shouldn't make this type of decision without all the information in hand. So I would, in fact, I'll vote no pending information. I'd like to know how much it costs, how many people we're helping, et cetera. Because really when it comes down to it, and I agree with what you're saying, Commissioner Vang, but I mean, ideally, we'd make everything free for the residents of Fresno, and we can't. We know we can't do that. So I think we should really look into the nuts and bolts of it before we take a vote on it.
And Commissioner Rapuda.
I also will vote no pending more information, please.
Commissioner
I'm not
Vang.
against it, but I need more info.
And
So, City Clerk, may I ask Commissioner Vang a question? Would you put off holding on to your recommendation until this commission receives more information?
Yeah, I'm willing to do that because I feel like I know that, we don't have to give, what I'm seeing a lot right now is that, with economic and with the economy, giving our community back the leisure time. And I really didn't know the cause effect. That's why I wanted to know a little bit more, but yeah, I'm willing to wait and find out how much it impact our park budget.
Thank you. Then I was just
There was
going
like no way of even when I pay through the machine, it doesn't tell us. They don't collect our ages, because you have to pay at the machine now. And so that's why I was trying to figure out what are some other ways that we can capture the data, unless, it gives you when you pay the fees, it tells you, hey, you're paying in $3 for senior, you're paying $5 for regular payment. I'm not really sure. I just want to Because I think if it capture the data from the machine, then you could just extract that data, you know? But if it doesn't capture that data, then you're not able to do that at the regional park. Well, the park I go to is Woodward Park and Rhodey. Those are the two.
Thank you, Commissioner Bain.
So we will treat this as a withdrawn motion.
Yes, until we get further information. All right, do we have any other commissioners willing to make any budget recommendations?
This isn't a budget recommendation, but I just wanted to put it on all the commissioners' radar that next meeting I will be bringing a proposal to add funding for a cricket field. Just wanted to put that on all commissioners' radar, and yeah, hope everyone supports.
Thank you. All right, well, November 21st is our last day to have budget recommendations to be forward to our city council. So please, let's come prepared to have some budget recommendations ready to go, or we will not have none for the first round. I really appreciate everyone's time and comments and suggestions on the call tonight. I will adjourn the meeting at 6:17 and enjoy the rest of your evening with your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Chair McCoy.